So that's my top box. My bottom box, kind of miscellaneous stuff. Pop rivet, wire strippers. Got some shear cutters made by Rigid. Some Klein wire strippers. Some Klein C-clip, SK C-clip, Blue Point C-clip, Snap-ons C-clip, Proto pick, some Snap-on upholstery tools, or use them as the engine clip for the little Christmas trees, popping those out. Got a CV boot, strap wrench, KD tools, battery wrench, side post, Napa, Snap-on, spark plug boot, and an FMF exhaust spring tool. Some more kind of miscellaneous stuff. Got my brake spring tools, one Snap-on, one Proto, spring compressor, KD tools, adjuster, Snap-on, some Blue Point large pliers, a couple different magnets, Snap-on straight blade, Snap-on pry bar, Snap-on pry bar, Proto straight blade, Blue Point 36mm. This is kind of a Porsche Volkswagen tool. Couple my oil filter wrenches, and then one Dodge oil filter wrench cup for Dodge Cummins, getting way up in there. Put the extension on it, torque it out. No room to put the wrench up in there unless you go in from the side. My files, punches, chisels. These are just an assortment of files that I have. One thread reset tool, file holder, Snap-on, scraper, another file holder, old school, bunch of punches. These are all Craftsman's from here to there. A couple of those, and then there's a few Snap-ons and just Protos and all kinds of other files. And I got one Proto file set too. Nice set. I'm set on files. I don't think I'll need to buy any more. This is a razor blade scraper. Put the razor blade in there, holds them in the back. It really puts pressure down. Kind of, I think that's more of a window tool. Hacksaw, Snap-on, or I'm sorry, Craftsman. And then my razor knife, Stanley Extreme. I call that the 454. Big, got a lot of good leverage, and can really hang on to it good. Hammers. You don't need to know much about the hammers. You know what they do. East wing, Blue Point, East wing, Snap-on brass, Craftsman rubber, hard rubber, little sledge, little persuasion. It doesn't want to do what you want it. Hubcap tool. This is a plastic little mallet for just sitting there, just racking on something to get it to slowly go, that you don't want to mar it up or break it. Not too much force, but it needs something to persuade it down in its place. The ball peens are all Blue Points. This is an old one. This plastic, and this one is for my grandfather. This is a nice little, it's a carpenter's tool, but it's nice when you don't want to put too much pressure on something. You just kind of crack it with that, slowly, like a little woodpecker, and then old small, little 8, 16, 32, 24. Kind of front end stuff. Got a Moog bearing presser, mover, extension, different size cups. Had that a while. It's Moog. It's a nice little set right there. Moog. Race driver for seeing the bearing races and such. It's a I'm not sure. It's a kind of a no-name brand. It's aluminum. It works. Take care of your tools, they'll take care of you. Yep, flywheel puller. Different such. That's kind of a no-name brand. Had that a long time too. Take care of your tools, they'll take care of you once again. Strut. Compressors. Brake compressor. 2-jaw puller. That's an OTC. Snap-on pickle fork. Tie rod end movers. OTCs. Couple more protos. My air tools. Blue point drill. Snap-on impact. All-trade die grinder. I've actually had this thing for about 25 years. You oil your stuff up every time you go to use it. They'll last a long time. That's a Chicago Hosfield or can't remember the name of that. What that is. That's it. I got an Ingersoll Rand boot protector on it. That's a all-trade butterfly. I've had this thing for 32 years easily. Oil it up every time you use it. It'll last forever. Different stuff. It's all kind of self-explanatory. Got a couple impact extensions here. One Craftsman, one channel lock. I got some torque wrenches. 3/8 drive, Craftsman, beam style. 1/2-inch drive. That goes from 50 up to 250. 3/8 drive. Has a light on it. When it gets to its point, it lights up where you dial indicator. Dial it in. Proto inch pounds. 3/8 drive. That's a tack dwell for points when you got a Volkswagen or Porsche or anything that has points on it. That'll give you RPM reading. That's old. My grandfather's. Got some fuel line disconnects, transmission disconnects and such. A Moog. Dial indicator. Clamp it on. Cinch it down. Spin it. Obviously it dials and lets you know what it's doing. If it's out of bounds, out of round, how bad it is. And this here is a snap-on air impact. Some biddings, fits. Had this a long time. Oil your air tools up every time you use them. They'll last you forever. This stuff is actually used. I use it on the weekends and after work. I wipe everything down, clean it up, so it stays nice. This is kind of jack of all trades, everything in here. We got Sun vacuum gauge, as people have been calling them, scope on a rope, old school, been around. Got my compression. That's a Matco compression checker. I got an old cheapo one too, compression checker. Remote starter button. That's made by Sun. Piston compression tool. Tubing cutter. Radiator checker. Hose, rubber hose cutter. PVC cutter. Copper cutter. Distributor wrench. Got the clutch and transmission plugs and alignment tools. And then here's a snap-on timing light, which tiny lights don't really get used much anymore unless you get an older car that still has adjustable timing. But that's the digital, gives you plus or minus degrees. That's about it on my toolbox.